I got something. So I was on live again, like I am, and hijacking my own platform. I just wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to remember that you know just talk. They're still the weirdos on TikTok. It's always the same ones. They always pop up when I get on TikTok, and I can't just like scroll on there and see some cool stuff. It's always these weirdos that get on there and start pushing their agenda. And the gay black girl demon showed up. She's the first one. She's always the first one because I got into it with her. She blocked me again because I roasted her. Boom. I came out five blazing. I got him today. They got me the other day, but I got him today. They thank the Lord. But you know when I say she got me pissed off the other day. The other day I got a little bit of heated. You know what I'm saying? But today I'm more peaceful. You know, I always go on her channel because I tell her that she needs mental help. I start laughing at her because it's true, bro. Because her argument was that cisgen that males are females, and I'm like, she says males are females and that females are males. That's just so dumb. That's just dumb. It's just a lie. It's just a complete lie. You know, but I saw that girl. I seen her before, and I remember that there was this one lady that went on her live because look, here's the thing, guys. The TikTokers, the people that have been on the social media, like they've been on it and they've been doing stupid shit this whole entire time. You understand? Real people have been working, but like real smart people, they don't get on TikTok. But now people are starting to open up to TikTok and they're starting to understand like, oh look, like hey bro, hey, like it took us a while to see each other on there. You know what I'm saying? Like now we feel a little bit more comfortable, because first it was just these little like these little teens, these dumbasses, you know what I mean? And so like now it's like, no, for real. And so a lady that was a psychologist, went onto TikTok. You know what I mean? And you have to understand, it's like she was an older generation, but she was a psychologist, and she went onto TikTok, and the host didn't believe that she was a real psychologist, but she was still talking to her. So it was all funny, man, because it seems like she was like the psychologist was just curious, just like, home, like I really want to talk to this girl, like curiosity and shit. I was like, wow, like because so the girl off the bat was like, you're not a psychologist, you're lying. You know, I'm like, why would people lie? Like it's so sad that people like believe that everybody's a liar just because they're liars, and they believe everybody else is a liar. Like if that's the first thing, like imagine somebody comes on there and they say they're a psychologist. I'm like, oh, okay, you're a psychologist. Okay, I mean, why would I lie? I mean, what do you think? Why would I think that everybody's lying? That's just so dumb. But then it's like, so the girl says that she's a psychologist and that she wanted to understand her and that like why she thinks that. The girl got so mad that the lady said she was a psychologist that she kicked her off. So she kicked off the psychologist. Like she didn't even let her talk. She's like, "No, you're not a psychologist. You're lying. Hey man, let's get her out of here. She's a liar." Because she was losing the argument. So ever since then, I was like, "Yo, this girl needs." I was like, "This girl needs professional help," and she had it right there. She rejected it. So like all these TikTokers, they're not real. They're like all they do is kiss each other's ass, sniff each other's farts while getting fucking likes. Like they have arguments, but they don't really argue. You know what I mean? They block people and then and then they try to say, oh, yeah, like we're winning over here, but they don't have no arguments. It's fake as fuck. They just do that stuff so that they can get clicks, and views. It's so fake because I done went on her show. She always mutes me, and she kicked off the psychologist, and she kicks off people that when they're losing, right? So it's like they're not about shit. They're just there trying to make it seem like they're winning every argument, but they're not. They're getting roasted all the time. So it's funny as fuck. And I go there and I always start like I know she's gonna mute me, so I like start fucking spamming her shit. It's funny. And then I'm like, so she's like, this girl needs psychological help, right? And like she didn't get it. Then I said, oh my gosh, the education system has failed once again. You know, education fail on this person, on this girl. Like, who told you that? That's a complete lie. Who like what I mean? It's so funny, bro, because her argument is that she is a man. Like, I roast her spiritually. I tell her, God, you're going to hell. You're demon. You know what I mean? I say scientifically, science, bitch. Male is male, female is female. Males can't have babies. And a female is not a man. You know what I mean? It's like males have testosterone, females have estrogen. You know what I'm saying? Like you stupid. You know what I mean? You fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like everything you're saying is a complete lie. You know, so they got mad. They kicked me out. They kicked me off of it. Like they mute me. And I said that I said feminists are encouraging the LGBTQ. You know, I started roasting them, and I said, "Oh yeah, you know, feminists." Because there's this girl that was defending the girl. I'm like, "You fucking feminists! You are the ones. You just because you bitches don't want to listen, you know, you are influencing more disobedience and nonsense." And I'm like, I know they're demons. I know that they don't care about what I say. I don't care if you could show them a mountain of proof, and it's still not gonna because their thing is they don't care about the proof. They ask about the proof because they want to argue. They want you to engage with them. They don't care about the proof. You see, what they're trying to do is try to convince you to be gay. They're trying to influence you. You know what I mean? That's why when you get in a you don't I don't I, like you guys are messed up, and I know why. It's so difficult because you see what they're trying to do is they're trying to paint themselves in the mind of young children. They're trying to make it seem like, hey, look, these guys don't have no proofs. Like, they're demons. You know, they're trying to control people. So they're like, this person has no proof. This person, yada yada. Look, oh, he got mad. Ha 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 ha. They try to like laugh like demons. You know what I mean? And even when they get roasted, the people that truly know what they're talking about get booted off. Like because they get roasted instantly. Like me, I get muted. The psychologist gets kicked off. Anybody gets kicked off that really fucking hands it to them. They get mad and they get. I think she was about to cry when she saw my name and I fucking started commenting. She was about to cry. Like she was like, oh man. She got off the camera because she knew that was about to roast her. Because I already called her out. I already said if I see her, I see her talking shit to kids. I told her I'm gonna get her. You know what I mean? And I told her, bro, I'm gonna stick her. You know, and if I see some gay people around here, I'm gonna knock them out too. I'm gonna fucking get on them too. You know, like if I see this chick that I know, she goes out with a girl, I'm gonna stick that nigga. Like, yo, bro, I'm like, yo, you fucking demon, get away from my people, get away from my friend. And she is my bro, my, she is my friend's sister, man. Get away from her, bro. And I'm gonna fucking knock her ass out. You know what I'm saying? They're demons, bro. I don't care. They're demons. You know what I mean? God says, don't even waste your prayers on these people. Okay, God says that these people were disobedient and God handed them to their reprobated minds. Okay, they are in their reprobated minds. What they're trying to do is trying to influence. You know, that's what the gay people are trying to do. LGBTQ and all these people, they're trying to influence, just like feminists was influencing. Oh yeah, feminists. Oh yeah, they didn't influence nothing. A whole generation is lost because of them. Do you understand? A whole generation is fucking hoes because of them. A whole generation got killed because of abortion because of them. They made the fucking fucking billions of dollars through abortions that they bought. They made all these girls hoes. They destroyed the family fucking structure. 95% of women are fucking whores. They are technically a hoe. You know what I mean? 95% of women. The only standard that I have is a virgin for a wife. That's the only standard. And back in the day, the days of this good book right here, right? Or the days, and that's just the Holy Bible in Spanish, Latin America version. I'm looking for my KJV version. But anyway, this is the Holy Bible, right? Let's just say this one or the KJV version. Those are the only two that I read. I'll read the Basura of Yahusha, but you know what I mean? Those are pretty much the only ones I read. These are the ones that I really read. This was Catholic, right? This one is La Biblia de Latinoamérica, very good, and the KJV version, and of course the Basura of Yahusha, which is a new translation. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make, right? Or I'll read the Torah, and one day, right, I'm gonna learn Hebrew, or what is it, Aramiac or whatever, Aramean, and I'm gonna read it in its natural tongue, how it's meant to be read. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn the Hebrew language, and I'm gonna read it how it's meant to be read. Anyway, but the point is that I get it. I get the concept. I get everything. But one day I will learn that the actual tongue. So the point that I'm trying to make, right, is that in these days, in the days that Jesus taught us and whatever, the standard was a virgin, men. You know what I mean? You know what that means. God know what that means. the standard was a virgin. Now you would settle if she has 5 niggas that she fuck with. Oh yeah, just 5, nigga. Like, oh, that's a catch. Yeah, 5. Yeah, just 5, bro. That's sad, nigga. Like, look, man. When I was young, I slept with like 30 girls, right? But I knew that I could never marry any of these girls. Okay, it was filth. It was bullshit. I knew that they were hoes. You know what I mean? I knew that, like, but I did that because I felt like I like that I was already tainted. You know what I mean? I felt like I didn't want to, you know, I didn't feel like I was worthy of getting with a virgin. I felt dirty. I felt like, oh, I needed to just fuck with these hoes because they're hoes. You know? But 95% of women were hoes, you know. And as time went on, I'm like, I guess, like, even when a girl cheated, I'm like, okay, I mean, that's okay, because I fucked with 30 girls anyway. Not like the first time that not the first time I got cheated on. You're not even that bad comparatively to other girls that I've been with. You know, I was even thinking, like, I can forgive her for cheating on me. You know, I just didn't care. I just thought so low of myself. And I'm like, girls, they're all like this, so. Like, those are the girls that I get. You know, they get the fucking hood rats or the hoes, the single mothers. You know, the ones that cheat on their boyfriend, cheat on their baby daddy, cheat on their husband. You know, they lie all the time. You know, I was just like, you know, these girls are not good. You know what I mean? But I, but it's sex, right? And I can sometimes, if I really try, if I stay high or something, I can act like, hey, I'm going to go see my girlfriend, and it's just this bitch I'm fucking, right? Like, it's like I can act like, oh, hey, like, this is my wife and shit for a day. You know what I mean? Like, one day I can just act like, oh, like, you're my wife and I love you and shit, like, knowing that it's over. You know what I mean? Knowing we're dead. You know what I mean? And shit, like, it's just whatever. It's bad, like I said, it's overrated. You know what I'm saying? And when I say we were dead, I mean, like, I knew that it was sin. I knew that it was gonna end. I knew that was bad. I knew I was gonna regret it. You know what I mean? And I did. You know what I mean? And I still do. So my older self was telling me back in the day that you ain't shit. Myself now told myself in the past, like, nigga, you ain't shit. Like I wish that you would have done better. You know what I mean? I really wish that you could have done something better than that. You know. And I want to say something else. Um, One thing about the Bible that it's prophecy. And I can think in my life, like, you ever get that feeling, right? When you're with a girl and you obviously know what's going on in her mind and that it's already over, but she's right now she's remembering that memory that you're making with her. You know what I mean? Like a kid, when a kid when you create a core memory that they'll remember forever, and and you can see like that, like their future self is almost like cherishing the memory you're creating with them in the moment. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know if you know what I mean, but you know, like, and the thing that I felt with these girls was alone. You know what I mean? Even though I knew I was gonna end up alone, I knew I was gonna hurt afterwards. You know what I mean? I knew that even when I was with them. You know what I mean? And that shit sucks. You know what I mean? That shit sucks. You can see your whole life flash before your eyes with some chicks, and you realize, like, this shit's gonna end. You know what I mean? And oh, so let me read you because this is really dope. It's like it just reminded me of something, of this little post that I read, and it's like it's a good post. It's stupid, but it's a good post. So I got nothing else to talk about, so let me just tell you about this. Um, you know, when you like someone because of their looks, it's called obsession. When you like someone because of their kindness, it's because of admiration. If you if you love someone for their money, it's interest. If you love someone because they love you, then it's called empathy. If you love someone despite their flaws, it's genuine acceptance. If you love someone through thick and thin, it's genuine commitment. If you love someone for their mind and make you laugh, it's humor-based affection. If you love someone for their shared experiences and memories, it's nostalgic-driven love. But if you're confused about whether you love this person, it's definitely love. I mean, you're self caring more each passing day. It's love growing stronger. If your thoughts are filled with them, even in their absence, it's love becoming constant. And if you can't imagine the future without them, it's love that has become a part of you. Right? Doesn't that shit suck, bruh? But it puts things in perspective for me, you know? And it's like, when I got with these girls, I never really, like, I mean, I knew I didn't love them. I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? It's only the girls that you think about. Do I love this chick? Like, there's the girl that I'm telling you that she goes out with a dyke. Nah, I mean, look. Anyway, the point is that yeah, it makes you think about things. Like and I thought I would share that because it's a very good post. You know what I mean? Because if you like I said, it's like if you like someone because of their looks, it's obsession. If you like someone because of their intellect and their mind, it's intellectual based attraction. I mean, and you love this, But if you think about, like, if you question yourself whether you love somebody, then you definitely love them. You know what I mean? And every time, you know, it grows stronger. Every time you start thinking about them every day, it's just constant love, right? And if you imagine you can't live. What was the last part? If you imagine you can't live without them, what was it? This growth. Like, I needed to hear this, even though, like, I like that. If you love someone for their mind and knowledge, it is intellectual attraction. If you love someone deeply, even if you're apart, it's your emotional connection. If you love someone and prioritize the happiness over your own, it's selflessness. If you love someone for the way they make you laugh, it's humor-based affection. If you love someone for the shared experiences and memories, it's nostalgic-driven love. But if you're confused about whether you love this person, it's definitely love. If you find yourself caring more with each passing day, it's love growing stronger. If your thoughts are filled with them even in their absence, it's love becoming constant. And if you can't imagine the future without them, it's love that has become a part of you. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, bro. That shit is for Sigmas right there. It's for lonely Sigmas. I don't even like science like that. Yeah, sure. But like I said, um, yeah, that's a pretty good one. But you see, the reality is that, like, when I was young and stuff, I think that the problem in the U.S. is, like, and this is what I understand. Like, this is what I was telling the gay people on TikTok. So there was this other person, right? That, like, I roasted the first girl. Then I went to this other stream, and I was like, oh no, here's another one. And it was like a young girl, right? She was 18, and she was a lesbian, but or I think she was 18. I don't know if she was 18. She said lesbian, 18 plus, and she looked really young. So I guess she was just 18, 19, or 20. Um, but she said, you know, what is wrong with being a lesbian? And so she was having an argument. So I started commenting, and I said, oh no, another lost sheep, another lost, education has failed. But really, what it is that she was a younger girl, right, than the other person. I could tell a little bit, and it sucks because they're more brainwashed. The young generation is completely fucking brainwashed. Like, this is like, I'm 30, right? I looked up to people that are now 50 or 60 years old when I was young, and I felt like I hanged around, and I felt like I was 10 years older than I actually am. Like, people that are, like, coming to be 40 now. And then my generation I skipped, and there's nobody in my generation I really look up to. And then it's like the 20s. Like, I come from that generation where we saw everything change. So, like, the people, what we think was famous before us was a certain standard, and then what's famous now is all digital, is another standard. You know what I mean? And we're, like, in the middle of both of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, right? Um, like, digital platforming, like the ways that, like, views and shit like that. That shit wasn't that didn't exist when we were younger. The people that were famous, the people that were influencers, were people that went through the process of, you know, getting an agent, or, you know, getting themselves and doing, like, for example, models. You had to go through an agency. They had to go against other models and do runways and do other shit, you know, so they could get their name out there. You know, they had to compete. I mean, in a way. And now there's people on Instagram. They go viral with themselves, just themselves, in the computer and the internet. You know, so they don't have to try that hard. You know what I mean? So there was a certain standard. You know, before, the girls used to have to do something more, just like anything. With guys had to do more shit too to get famous. You know, they had to go sell CDs. They had to have CDs, like hip hop, right? In order to be a fucking rap star, you know what I mean? You had to fucking burn a CD. First, it used to be cassettes. You had to burn a cassette, you know, and go fucking give it to somebody that in the radio station, or somebody that, an artist, or get a CD, your demo, and go, you know, shop your CDs, shop your disc, and sell it. People selling it in a gas station. Yeah, like people sell it, you know what I mean? Anywhere in the streets. You know what I mean? You sell it to everybody. You had to be doing those things. You know what I mean? To get your name out there. You had to go and see these people firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Tell them about your website. You know what I mean? And shit. And now, you know what I mean? People, you just go on Facebook or SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? They got Fruit Loops. They got all these programs, the mics and shit. I mean, they could make their shit, and you could just go viral. I mean, put it on YouTube, SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Now it's like you can go, you know, YouTube, and you get famous like Justin Bieber, or like Soldier Boy. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, like, you know, with the fucking internet. You know what I mean? And so you don't have to go sell. I mean, you still got to do your demos and sell your shit. But now this shit really fucking helps, and you know, you get 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more views. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, with the same type of effort. You know what I mean? So the shit's crazy, right? And so, like, that's another standard, right? Like, that's the standard, that's the shit now, right? And that's why there's a difference between the old school rappers and new school rappers, because the old school rappers had to put real work in. You know what I mean? And they didn't get the viral because of entertainment. You see, that's why I don't like Drake, because Drake brought white people that don't really know the game like that, and they're analyzing the game like it's some damn football game. Like, they're analyzing hip hop. Oh, the wordplay and all this bullshit. I'm like, man, I give a fuck. You know, sometimes, right? In order to have bars, you have had to seen bars before in your life. You know what I mean? If you're talking from a certain perspective, you know, the rap, that the hip hop that I listen to is from the streets, and it represents the struggle. It represents getting out. You know what I mean? It represents saying fuck the police. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers are scared of the police. These motherfuckers hire police. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just fucking difference. You know what I mean? It's all politics, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, these niggas are Illuminati. You know what I mean? And we were Americans. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Trying to fight the Illuminati. You know what I mean? Tupac was an American. You know what I mean? Trying to fight the Illuminati. Illuminati. You know what I mean? You know, Anuel, Drake is the Illuminati. You know what I mean? They're satanic. They're demonic. You know what I mean? They're not American. You know what I mean? And yet, and they even say they're Illuminati. You know what I mean? This nigga has an owl. You know what I mean? And the motherfucker's satanic. And another thing that Tupac, right? Like I said, he's an American. He was also a black artist who did strives for the black community, and he had a Suge Knight, whatever, he was Suge Knight. He was black, right? And then Drake's fucking manager, his real manager, is Lucien Graves, right? He's the one that gives him the money, like his record label company or whatever. The major guys that benefit, Universal Music Group, UMG, Lucien Graves, fucking Jew. His name is Lucien Graves. Okay, like, okay, that's his fucking name. Okay, Lucien Graves. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't take a genius to understand that this guy's a fucking vampire. You know what I mean? This guy's a fucking demonic motherfucker. Okay, it doesn't take a fucking genius. Who the fuck named you that? Your mother? You I mean, who the fuck named you that? Your father, the devil, Lucian Graves. Lucian Graves. You know, like what the fuck, nigga? Like what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? But again, it is what it is. The point is that I'm trying to say is that um you know that you know they all represent the agenda of killing black people, killing brown people, attacking America, infiltrating it, Illuminati, Antichrist, genocide, war. You know what I mean? All over the world. They all represent enslaving you, lying to you, making you feminist, making you gay, killing your babies. They represent all that stuff. And they're like, you watching too much TV. Like, yeah, whatever, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, they represent the banks that own the courts, the policemen, the judges. You know what I mean? The politicians, and in America apparently, the United States of America Corporation by $35 trillion, nigga. Guess who's paying that off? Every single taxpayer. You know what I mean? That's why you're enslaved for your 9 to 5 job. That's why you gotta pay taxes. That's why the IRS exists. That's why the Federal Reserve exists. And that's why these motherfuckers push. They don't tell you that. They rather fucking have you listening to a man whose wife is a prostitute and who fucking is a puppet, like Drake. You know what I mean? His wife is a prostitute. He's a pedophile and he's a puppet. You know what I mean? And so, you know what I mean? And he's not about that life, like I said. And so this is the shit that Drake, that Tupac didn't want. He was Illuminati. You know what I mean? Just listen to Hail Mary. You know what I mean? And he made a song called Hail Mary. You know what I mean? So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make, right? And he died. You know, when he got, well, some people say he's not really dead. You know what I mean? Obviously. But the point that I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to make you think about is the fact that these people are freaking brainwashed. You know what I mean? And LGBTQ exists because of feminists. Feminists are like they're just disobedient. Okay, they're just evil. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie. They're evil. Okay, in the Bible, right? And so the second girl is a lesbian. I'm like, wow, this just sucks. Like, she goes talks. She was arguing with a guy who's a Christian, right? And these Christian guys, what they need to start doing is stop wasting their breath on these people. They need to go, get with the church and strengthen their numbers up and purify themselves of all this crap. Because I know that they're lukewarm at best. I need to do the same, actually. I mean, but the point is that if you get with the church, you get with the people, we gonna roll deep. I mean, and start, we need to start prospering and reproducing, multiplying and strengthening our numbers and et cetera, working together because we need to apart ourselves. We need to separate ourselves from the bad evil. You know what I mean? Because that's the problem. That's the main problem we've had, guys. We've been lied to by virtue signaling, politically correct, narrative driven, propaganda and culture in society. Like we have become soft. We have forgotten how to put our foot down. We've been influenced by sin too much. Like feminism, right? It's not that we don't support them. We don't support them. I don't support them because I know they're evil. Same thing with gay people. I know they're evil. Okay, I know they're evil. I've seen what they've done, and I've seen what I've seen that mentality, that ideology take over them, and what they do with it. Like women cheat and kill babies. I mean that's fucking evil. Okay, gay people, they're they're predators and they're fucking perverted and they groom children. I mean, they take advantage of young men. I mean, um, they're gay people are in jail. They get raped. Rape, gay a man raping another man is a form of taking his dignity, his strength. It's about making him submit. I mean, it's about making him submit. Taking something from a man, his manhood. So, um, you know, that's what I know. The serial killers were gay. You know what I mean? They don't want to tell you about all the bad people that were gay. The real sick individuals. They say Christians are sick. They don't say Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a gay fucking cannibal, serial killer. They don't want to say he was a homosexual. They don't want to say he's sick. He's a gay homosexual, first and foremost. You know what I mean? But he was also a cannibal. You know what I mean? A serial killer. You know what I mean? A lot of people that are sickos are fucking gay. I mean, because they are. They're just gay. They're feminine. Like think about this: when you see a person's like, as soon as you look at him and he starts flipping off, that dude obviously has some fucking personal problems. These people are gay. I mean, that's their personal problem. A lot of people have been molested and stuff like this and raped and shit, and I know that fucking gay men are predators. I mean, how do I know that? I don't know. I heard stories and shit. Like, first of all, they go to clubs and they try to say that they're women. They dress like women, and they get with drunk men, and drunk men that don't know any better think they're a woman. They don't tell them that shit. They lie. You know what I mean? They lie and shit and take advantage of drunk guys. I mean, they do this shit. You know what I mean? And they know what they're doing. They're not women. They're guys. They have testosterone in their body. I mean, these guys are not fucking weak little bitches. These are fucking men in dresses. I mean, that could kill you. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers aren't women. I mean, they're stronger. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. And so like, gay people, they're predators. Okay, they're and look, I like I said, I want to marry a virgin girl, preferably if she's 18, because that's the only legal thing. If she had her parents were down, and if she was down, and if obviously through church and stuff, like if this is a girl that like she sees me and she understands me and she knows what I am and she understands what I want to be and she understands everything about me, you know what I mean, and and all that stuff. And if she was wanted to, shit, even 17, if her parents were down, if she was everything set up, whatever, I don't know, legally, speaking, I mean, I wouldn't even mind like a 17-year-old chick, although kind of weird because no, because look, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all acting like if at 17 or 18, these people are mentally handicapped. I mean, y'all try to put that shit. The only difference that has changed between 17 and 27 is that at 27, you're gonna be all the you're gonna get used to more pain. That's all. I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, but all the bad shit, and you're wiser and you have more experience and shit. But if you're wise at 17, then you can listen to the truth. I mean, which is and like you can waste 10 years of your life and go back to the truth, which I'm telling you. You know what I mean, about God and stuff is the right way. Gay is not the right way. All right, feminist is not the right way. Fucking gay people are not the right way. Okay, you know what I mean. If you want to get to the real truth of this world, you do it through Jesus Christ, because you need to understand the word. I mean, the word, millions have died because of it. It has affected every nation in the world. War. It is affecting things now, and it's you need to understand it. You know what I mean? And or you're gonna be one of those people that are not gonna know what the fuck hit you. I mean, and you don't. You're sheep. You're indoctrinated. Like I said, they're enslaved because they don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know what's right and wrong. So that like once they start opening their eyes, and apparently some of them it's gonna be too late for them. They're never gonna understand like what the fuck really happened. You know, they're not gonna understand. They just don't choose to understand. That's why, like I said, like with a girl that's 17, 18 years old, I'm like, I'm gonna take care of her, but I'm also gonna be like grow in the faith with her and stuff, which is what I wanted anyway. So and you might say that that's perverted, but really it's just because I want a virgin wife. You know what I mean? And a lifelong partner, like I always wanted. You know what I mean? But I think a younger girl would respect me anyway. I think she'd give me the time of day and respect what I gotta say. Unlike some bitches that are 30 years old that are, even though they're grown women, they're still little girls. So it doesn't take age doesn't make you a woman. I mean, what makes you a woman is whether you are about what you say you're about. You know what I mean? And you keep your word. You know what I'm saying? If you're a little girl that runs away from her relationships and, start commit and you don't want to obey, you know what I mean? What was so funny is that they said, that there is no female equivalent to a man child. I mean, a man child, there's no female equivalent because girls never grow up. You know what I mean? Girls get treated they're baby their entire life. It's always like, oh, let her win the conversation, let her win the little argument. I mean, oh yeah, she tries to step to you. Bite your tongue. Don't slap her across her fucking face. You know what I mean? Don't knock her out. Don't even hit her. Let her have her little temper tantrum. I mean, I'm saying, get her what she wants. Give her food. Protect her. Provide for her. I mean, support her. I mean, encourage her. I mean, be nice to her. All this shit. I got problems. Don't tell her about it. She's gonna get upset that she can't help you because she can't help you. What the fuck is she gonna help you for? Your problems are out of her control. She can't control any of your problems. You know what I mean? So don't tell her about it because she's gonna feel worthless. The only thing that a woman can do is bring peace to a man. That's the only thing a woman can do. They can't better a man's life like that. Like they can't really. They can if they have money and shit, and if they're like one of those women that are really good, then they can help you out and build an empire with you and stuff. So you could be a good queen with loyalty, with respect, obedience, peace, love, nurturing, be having good character, passing that on to your children, taking care of your children, having children. You have to have children to do that, right? You know what I mean? And stuff like this. You know what I mean? This is the best thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is that like peace and harmony and love, you don't get that from a woman. You know what I mean? You can with God, like God, but let's just say that for most men out here that have already been with a lot of chicks, you're not gonna find that shit with a woman, and you know that, And for most of you guys out there, you're not gonna find that with women. You're gonna find that with God. You know what I mean? What you're looking for is with God. With Jesus. Is not with these girls. You know what I mean? These girls, they're not gonna bring you peace, in your life if that's what you're looking for. They're gonna bring you more drama. You know what I mean? They're gonna bring you more bullshit, more pain. You know what I mean? More drama is what they're gonna bring you. So again, age doesn't make you a woman or mature. It's about your maturity. If a girl is 17 and 18 is ready to get married, you know what I mean? Hey, there's bitches out here that are 30 years old that are not ready to obey and listen to a man. But a girl at 17, 18 will. I mean, so that girl's more of a woman than these fucking bitches out here that have been around for 10 years fucking around with boyfriends, leaving. A girl that's ready to commit, that's a woman. She's ready to commit. She's ready to listen to her man. She's ready to like help him, support each other. You know what I mean? That's a woman. That's a mature person. That's what I consider a woman. A woman that's willing to have a kid, not abort, not even think about abortion. You know what I mean, woman that's ready to listen to her man, go to church, work, do what they got to do, raise their kids, struggle, pay taxes together. You know what I mean, go to church on Sundays, be with the family, bring everybody together. You know what I mean, ready to help bury the dead, or not bury the dead, help take care of the sick, or help give charity and work and alongside your husband and be productive members of your neighbors and friends and community. I mean, this is maturity, right? This is what it takes to be a woman, right? And that's the type of woman I wanted. I didn't want these stupid little hood rats that went, What I got was these fake ass girls that said they were good girls that ended up being freaks, and then they wanted to go out to the clubs. Then they wanted to go, all the way till they were 27, 30 years old. They still want to hit the clubs. They were 20. She was 26, still trying to hit the clubs. I was like, on the beach. You know what I mean? Like, oh, here, like, not even, you know what I mean? Not even fucking being real about shit. Like, keeping it a buck with being like, I've been through shit. Resistance. my lady rebel, my Bonnie Clyde. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? My lady soldier. You know what I mean? No, you know, she wasn't even ready for that. You know what I mean? What I got was these little girls that weren't really ready to be in a relationship, trying to act like they're grown women, but they still can't even talk for themselves. They still need their friends to talk for them. They still need social media to talk for them. And they get an argument with me, she's gonna go call her friend, her mommy, her mommy, her sister, her friend, and everybody's gonna come to her defense and speak for her. Oh my God, Elmer, stop being mean to her. She's a little girl. I mean, seriously. I mean that. She's gonna leave you because that's she's gonna abandon the relationship because that's what happens. She can't argue for herself. She can't speak for herself. I mean, she's just a little girl. I mean, I mean, she's scared of you. Oh, she's scared of me. Okay, you know, like if I ever hit a fucking bitch, I never hit her. You know, she had no reason to be scared of me, and I never once hit her. You know, what I mean, never once showed any kind of aggression towards her. I mean, yet she's scared of me because the way I talk, because I knock niggas out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And because I fought against pigs, you know, corrupt pigs. You know what I mean? And because I hate races and I hate devils and I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? About none of them. And I ain't willing to listen to not one of them. You know what I mean? And so, oh, but she's scared. You know what I mean? Okay. Sorry. It's the way that I am. You know what I mean? Oh, would you rather me be a little soft little bitch? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because that's what the fuck she wants, right? A fake ass guy, devil that speaks to her nice, like a fucking, like a snake. You know what I mean? She wants a snake is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know? Oh, you want a wolf in sheep's clothing? Oh. You want a goddamn fucking you know what I'm saying? Oily salesman. You want one of those guys that call you like, "Hey, how you doing today?" I'm like, "Good. Good. Yeah, I got my hip hurts and you know I'm hanging in there." Oh, I'm glad to hear you. I'm glad to hear that. Listen, we're having a special. The government is trying to fucking sell some goddamn solar panels and stuff, and you qualify. Looks like you qualified. You still stay at this residence? I can hook you up in about 15 minutes with one of my people. Like, well, I don't need that. Like, oh, don't worry, this is really good for you. Are you sure? You know, ever since my hip stopped working and I've just been getting these checks. I'm trying to support my sick partner here, and the kids don't come around no more, and all these things. You know, I got all these things going on, and I got a lot of bills, doctor appointments, and all these things. And I don't know if I should buy this. Don't worry, ma'am. You won't have to pay us back for 5 years. And like, oh, 5 years, that sounds pretty good. I'll be about fucking 89 years old by then, you know. And I don't know if I should do this. Don't worry, man. It's very cheap. You know, no interest until 5 years. Okay, I guess you seem like a nice little boy. You seem like a nice one. Okay, yeah, sure. I think sure. Why don't you give me a call back and I'll give you. I guess I can see what I can do. Great. And then as soon as she hangs up, got him. You know what I mean? Fucking bitch. You know what I mean? And that's what the fuck these stupid salesmen do, bro. These green looking motherfuckers. They're fake as fuck. You know what I mean? And they're pieces of shit. These green fucking salesmen motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And that's what some of these bitches want for boyfriends. I mean, they want some of those guys that speak nice to them and shit, but rip you the fuck off. I mean, they're willing to hustle you, willing to hustle old people, willing to hustle people and shit, trying to act like they're good people, and they're pieces of fucking swine. They're pigs. You know what I mean? That's what they want, you know. Apparently, I mean, my fucking ex-girlfriends fucking left me for a single dad. No, one of them left me for a fucking. Well, back in the day, that shit. Those guys in high school. She fucked everybody, so she left me for potheads. She let me for fucking chumps. Fucking what do you call those motherfuckers? They're in the hood, but they don't got no money. Dusty ass fucking potheads, I guess the word is, or chumps or whatever. You know what I mean? And then motherfucking the other bitch left me for a single dad. She was a single mother. And she left me for another single dad. Another failure just like her and her fucking baby daddy. You know, why would you leave your baby daddy for another fucking somebody else's baby daddy? Well, dude, you fucking dumb. You bitches are fucking dumb. You know, you bitches need to go to fucking Maury with the fucking settle this shit out. You know what I mean? Like, y'all motherfucker need to go on fucking Dr. Phil and shit. Your kids, you need to go to Maury, and the guys need to go to Jerry Springer. The kids are need to go to Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? Like shit. Your mother needs to go to fucking Lauda and shit, or fucking Gaso Salado or some shit. Cause god damn, y'all motherfuckers are fucked up. I mean shit. But the point is that like on some bullshit, bro. Like this shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? And like, you know, the fucking problem is that like, these bitches don't they think they know, they think they're so goddamn smart. Just like these feminists, just like these LGBTQ people, they think they're so goddamn smart. They be they trying to throw fucking little science shit in their face, some shit that somebody lied to them about. So they heard some shit, and it's some bullshit, and then they're like, oh yeah, so you need to tell me proof. I'm like, well, if I don't need to do shit, you're fucking retarded. You know what I mean? Like, it don't even tell. I can tell you a mountain of proof. You ain't gonna believe me. Shit, God could come right here and tell you he did, and you don't even believe it. I mean, he left you this 2,000-year-old Bible, and you don't even believe it. So I mean, like, nope. I mean, I need to show you something. No, you're crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? You crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? What you need to do is like some real soul searching and shit. You need to stop being influenced by everybody, and that's what it is. The gay people are influencing. You know, so what the feminists did, right? Again, this is the reason why gay people are so prevalent now. It's because the feminists are the ones that perverted everybody. Because y'all, the reason they perverted everybody is because they take turns. And it's like it's cyclical. Like Satan uses them by influencing them that they're victims, right? And when they think they're victims, that's the devil influencing their mind and their body at that point, trying to tell them, "Oh, this guy's a bad guy and he hurt me and shit." I'm like, wait, weren't you the one that went to his apartment? Weren't you the one that was a whore back in the day? You know what I mean? Aren't you an immoral woman? Aren't you technically immoral? You know what I mean? And haven't you fucking hurt people? I mean, you hang with these guys. You know what I mean? You are part of these people. You were engaged with them. They were with you. You know what I mean? They were engaged with you. You know what I'm saying? You brought this on yourself. You know what I mean? You are a evil fucking person. You know what I mean? And I'm like, they don't understand that, right? They don't understand what really goes down. And it's like you haven't exchanged. That when you're with sin, you're exchanging things. You're diving into these sort of like you are exchanging, presences with people, thoughts, and your presence, and you're connecting in getting some stuff. Some things are getting traded between you and the people you're with. You know what I mean? And you are what's the word called? You're engaging with people. You know what I mean? That are not good people. Maybe you're the bad guy. You know what I mean? It's like everything that happens, you attract the things you feel. First of all, right? You attract the things you feel. And if you were living that bullshit life, whether knowingly or unknowingly, the shit that happened to you is because you allowed it to happen to you. And when I mean you allowed it to happen to you, is that you weren't exactly playing it safe. I mean, you were out there in the streets. You were out there getting drunk. You was out there going to the guy's crib. You were out there fucking around, dressing slutty, doing what because you were trying to fuck and you were trying to do all this shit. You know what I mean? And you were engaging in salacious sexual situations. You know what I mean? Where you were attracting certain things that maybe you didn't know you were attracting, but you were attracting it nonetheless. I mean, it's like you don't walk through the hood and expect, what I mean, that you ain't gonna see some shit. I mean, you're gonna see some shit. I mean, it ain't a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? You're walking through the hood. You feel me? You're gonna see a fucking drive-by, or a crackhead, or both. You might see a murder. Might be part of a fucking shootout. Might be part of a beating, an assault, a stabbing, a fucking robbery, you know what I'm saying, a hit and run, a kidnapping, you might see a whole bunch of shit in one night. I mean, you don't know what the fuck you're gonna see. But you know, you'd be stupid to fucking walk through that bitch unprotected. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a woman, especially if you're dressed slutty. I mean, you'd be fucking. You have to be retarded to do. You know, again, you know what I mean? If you're dressed slutty in fishnets and a fucking miniskirt and you know what I'm saying with the high heels and high boots on or some shit, you know what I mean? And a goddamn fucking crop top and you have makeup on and you're walking down a goddamn hood at night, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You going for some shit gonna happen. I mean, and that's what like so. Again, you know what I mean? You know, just like you don't care how you feel, doesn't matter how you feel, you're attracting the wrong type of attention. You know what I mean? And same thing with you know. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And like I said, bro, sometimes like I know how. You see, we fucked up, man, because we allowed ourselves to. We tolerated women, right? When first of all, we separated ourselves from them for a reason. I mean, we created our own little, you know, shit because without them for a reason. You know, like Star Wars and shit, like nerd shit, gaming. You know what I mean? Our own shit where we're cool and we weren't bothering nobody. You know what I mean? And we were happy and having fun and you know what I'm saying? We didn't need nobody shit. We were just cool and shit and we didn't need them. And you know what I'm saying? Like it was peaceful and it was beautiful. But we separate ourselves from women because we're not fraternizing, you know? There's no reason to fraternize, right? We're different, right? See how things should have gone is that the things that were males should have remained males and people just grow out of it, but they give it to their son. I mean, oh, their son can now do the things that I did, and then the females should have created their own shit for females, but they didn't want that. You know what I mean? Even though we have our freedom, who gives a fuck what these motherfuckers say? Who cares what the fucking police say, nigga? Fuck you, nigga. Who cares what the police say? Fuck the police, nigga. Fuck the judges. You know, fuck the fucking people in the White House and the people that make the laws. We have certain laws that are in place. You know what I mean to help us, like the Freedom of Information Act, right? Where the cops need to give. We can audit the police. You know, like our constitutional rights, the First Amendment right that allows us to record every police officer and audit and request their body cams. You know, request everything information of what they've done. Request footage from a fucking aerial chopper. Request footage from whatever place that they went and they investigated. They took footage from security cameras, whatever. We have the right to audit that shit. I mean, and request it because of the FOIA Act, Freedom of Information Act. You know what I mean? There's certain things that protect us that we need to fucking remember, right? And these people don't stress it. They don't want to stress it. I mean, and so they forget about it. And when they forget about it, they don't use it. Then one day they're gonna try to take it away from you. And that's what's been going on. Like we can have freedom of speech, and we had freedom of speech in the gaming because we had certain laws that said, you know, freedom of press and freedom of speech. Also, certain laws that were in place that allowed us to be able to say whatever we wanted, or allowed them to make the games however they wanted. But then feminists who were the first ones that were the ones that were influenced by the devil, which were the victimizing ones, the ones who claimed to be victims. That's what they said, and that's how they were able to infiltrate gaming because they said they were victims. And devil knows what he was doing. The devil knows what he was doing. He was trying to corrupt the young men. You know what I mean? The young men who were happy and they were learning and you know they were happy. He was trying to corrupt them, and he used feminists to do it. Feminists to infiltrate. Then he used the elites to try to make laws and try to oppress the young men by bringing the devil around, which is who's the devil? The gay, the perversion, the shit that was not present. You see, the thing that these separated from women for was for that very reason, to not be perverted, to not fucking be distracted by them, to not listen about how many freaking guys they slept with, to not be, you know what I'm saying, to be peaceful, to be meditating, to be what men do, right? It was healthy for us. I think some women respected that because, you know, Women were also gamers. Women were also Star Wars, but they, they weren't even. I mean, so they were hot. I mean, I ain't gonna say they're not hot, but I'm saying like, they were nice. You know what I mean? But then, what I mean, you got these fucking evil bitches that fucking didn't even fucking give two shits about Star Wars, and didn't really mean anything to them like that. Didn't care about gaming like that, and they wanted to fucking join in by force. I mean, and shit, and they wanted to get money out of it. Like they invited the money hungry, greedy, stupid fucks, and eventually, because they said they were, so we allowed it. They guilt tripped us by saying they were victims. Like, oh, do you hate misogynists and shit? And that's what they do, because they see, and they got me. They got me with that shit. They're like, I'm like, oh fuck, you just reminded me, that I'm a real nigga. I mean, shit. Like you reminded me, like of all the bad shit that's happened to me, and that shit was traumatizing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like real, like you know what I'm saying? Because when you play video games, I'm like, hey, look, like I'm a fucking, fucking. I feel like I'm still a kid. I'm innocent. You know what I mean? I'm innocent. I'm watching Star Wars. I enjoy it. I'm appreciating things, like, and then these bitches come back and they're like, why are you laughing for? Like, oh, what the like, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm a real nigga. I forgot that that you want me to be a criminal. Oh, I forgot that, you want me to be, you and those fucking pigs try to coerce me. You wanted me to be a pig. You wanted me to be a drug dealer. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, I've been to jail. So what? I mean, it's because you pigs are corrupt and you're a bunch of pigs. I mean, you're scum sucking fucking pigs. But then they came around, and so like they, and Satan, reminding you of your past. That's why I should have really realized what they were. It was Satan. I mean, who they were. I mean, they're the ones that hold 20-year grudges, huh? 20-year grudges. Me Too movement. I mean, that's what that shit was. Bringing up all the past, all the dirty shit. I mean, the shit they're holding 20-year grudges. I'm saying, thinking you're a victim, claiming to be a victim for 20 years because some shit that happened 20 years ago. No peace in your heart yet. No forgiveness yet. You mean that's crazy. I mean, that's totally evil. You know what I mean? Like, that's totally evil, bro. And that's what the type of shit that I realized. That's why I should have recognized it. I was like, because I felt bad. I felt like, damn, they're saying I'm a piece of shit, and like I remember a lot of shit that I went through, where I might have hurt some people and shit. And I started thinking about, oh shit, like, I'm not a good person. They convinced me I wasn't a good person, but that's Satan trying to convince me that I'm evil. Satan trying to convince me I'm a monster. Satan is the one that's trying to convince them that they're victims and I'm the monster. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because if they're victims, then somebody has to be the monster. Somebody has to be the bad guy, right? Because that's why they tell them that in the first place. I mean, so like it influences their heart and their mind, and they can't look at somebody like a human. They can't forgive, and they can't be forgiven. You know what I mean? And by God, that is. And so, this is the problem with people that don't believe in God, is that shit like this, Satan is around always. So shit happens. Even 20-year, the Me Too movement, proved that shit like that could exist, and it could. It's like a witch hunt, systemically, going after shit, and then started fucking thinking like, God damn, like, what if some fuckers just on some bitch's testimony? Like, holy shit, like these bitches were fucking hoes. Like, yeah, like all the bitch, I thought about all the bitches. I fucked dirty bitches. Like, holy shit, like any one of them could say some shit against me. You know what I mean? I'd be totally fucked. You know what I mean? Because why? Because y'all would fucking look at my rap sheet, and just the judge would look one fucking way, and just fucking judge me right there. And the fact that my entire reputation would be ruined. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's the fuck what happens. I'm like, holy shit, yeah, and I know shit is evil, because men would never do some shit about to this to women. They would never fucking do a deal with the devil. Shit, you played us like a fiddle. You fucking stomped us out. You cheated on us. You broke our hearts. You killed our babies. You fucked us up. I mean, we let you walk all over us, and we like, fuck, it's not enough. Now you fucking did a deal with the devil. This is what the fuck we get for fucking being nice to you fucking bitches. You fucking go and do a deal with the devil. Shit. You know what I mean? We should have just slapped the fuck out your face the first time you decided you wanted to cheat. We should have never tolerated you in the first place. We should have never spoiled you rotten. You know what I'm saying? We should have never spoiled you rotten. Because this is what happens. And so that's why I think like in society America fucked up by fucking with feminism. And feminism is evil. You know what I mean? And when they came to the gaming community, they were like, oh, they're victims, and they started pointing out the guys that they called monsters, and they're like, ha ha ha, and then Satan's with them. Let me bring in your darkest secret. Like, I'm gonna judge you. Oh, I know what you did, and I know what type of person you are. You're like, wait a minute, like, you're like, wait, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I on trial and shit? Why the fuck we on trial and shit? I mean, like, real talk. You know what I mean? It's because Satan was telling little fucking bitches that they're fucking victims and shit, and they don't know it's Satan. They don't know that that's who's really oppressing them. You know what I mean? And not men, because your ex-boyfriend, what the fuck? Your ex-boyfriend, if you're a fucking woman, right? You say you live in a patriarchy, bitch. You say you're oppressed. Bitch, didn't you fuck like fucking 50 niggas? Like, you fucking stupid bitch. What patriarchy are you talking about? I mean, like, what the fuck is you... Did you all fucking abort babies and shit? Did men strike you down? Are you dead, bitch, for you killing their babies? You stupid bitch. You ungrateful bitches, you know what I mean? Did men kill you? Did men strike you down? Did they stone you? Did they burn you because of it? No, right? They allowed you to be sluts and you went to hell. And then you came back with Satan talking about oh, he did me dirty. You're like, oh, bitch, you fucking bitch. You know what I mean? You dumbass bitch. You know what would have been better is that you never left my sight, you stupid bitch. And I would have fucking corralled your pig ass. You wouldn't have became a pig. I mean, if I would have corralled you and domesticated you and made you righteous, made you a fucking woman, and you learned a thing or two about life. You know what I mean? Because you still don't fucking get it. I mean, this is they were all babied, and then they all got together, and society created their own little political group that protects and sustains them, and then they want to come and fuck with us. I mean, the free people. I mean, and they want to use the tools of the fucking regime to do it, and Satan to do it. I mean, because they think it's all about power. I mean, ironically enough, the people that are at the bottom, that are the most indoctrinated, you can tell what type of master they have by what they do, because they mimic their master. You know what I mean? So they obey Satan and shit. So what do they want? They just want power, sort of like the secret societies that run America. You understand what I'm saying? It all comes together. You know what I mean? They are mimicking their masters and shit. So like they're going towards their masters. You know what they do. You know what I mean? I can tell how they are and shit, and I know that these feminists are being influenced by their master, and their master is the devil, Satan. They listen to Planned Parenthood, right? They killed their babies, right? They fucking cheated. They committed adultery. They listened to the devil, bro. Satan. That's all I need to know. All I need to know is that they don't listen to God. That's all I need to know. I mean, I don't need to know what God they listen to. I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine because I know the bad people. I know the bad demons. I know the devil, Satan. I know, uh, Lucifer. You know what I mean? The demons. I know what sins that they do, and I know what sin is, and I know what they like, and I know how humans are. I am a sinner. Takes one to know one, right? We all sinners. The only difference is that I seek help through the church, and I seek Jesus Christ. That's the only difference. They didn't. So what's sustaining them must be the devil, and it probably is. It's man-made fucking efficiency that sustains them. I mean, which is great because we were made in the image of God, and God made a lot of us righteous. But guess what? You hate nerds, but all of y'all use your cell phone. Nerd created that. All of y'all use the iPhone. All of y'all use a computer. A nerd created that. I mean, not you motherfucking stupid ass boyfriends or you fucking sluts. Y'all, I didn't make a computer. Y'all don't make beautiful shit. You know what I mean? Y'all don't make amazing shit. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but y'all hate nerds, right? Y'all want to go out with douchebags that don't fucking do shit but make money with somebody. They learn how to make money by somebody else just by being around people. And shit. I used to hang around him, and now look, AP Rolly. Just by hanging around him, I got a Rolly. You know what I mean? Stupid ass shit. Yeah, if you hang around rich people, you become rich too. Great. You hang around hoes, you become a hoe too. You hang around a hoe ass rich person, that's exactly what you are. And just because you're rich don't mean you're not a fucking bitch. Just because you're rich don't mean you're not a hoe. Just because you're rich don't mean you're not going to hell. You hang around Christians, you probably learn a thing or two about wise things. You learn love the more you hang around. But look, and then you admit love and you let it float. Anyway, the thing I'm trying to make sure right is that LGBTQ. So I told this girl, what's wrong with it being 18 and lesbian? I'm gonna tell that girl one day too, because I know a girl that was like 18 and lesbian. Damn, bro. And I guess it's like, it's that, that you're perverted. That's number one. You were perverted, which means you're so young. If you're 18, means you were sexually exploited as a kid. Like, unfortunately, it means that that you've been influenced by sin where you shouldn't have been. And so, like, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Like, again, you saw what happened with feminists. We thought that they were victims, which was the wrong move when we allowed them into the gaming community. You saw how they fucking left it after, in 2013. You saw how they did it, what they did in the span of like 6 years. You saw what they did, right? Like, they kicked the gamers off their own platform, and they made room for webcam sluts to fucking start making softcore porn, webcam style, on the gaming platforms, on Twitch. You saw the thoughts, Amarath, the whole slew of fucking thoughts that went on their hoes, that started sexually objectifying themselves after having accused us of being monsters for putting jiggly fucking graphics on the tits on a video game. You know what I mean? That's what they were accusing us for, being monsters, and we sexualize objectively women. They made us feel like monsters. They got us kicked off. They banned us. They suspended our fucking accounts. They banned our accounts. They started fucking putting rules of what we can say and not say, just so that they can fucking bring girls who sexually objectify themselves and bitches that fucking are whores, and they fuck everybody in real life, and you knew that. That's why you didn't want to fucking chill with them, and that's why you played fucking video games, because you didn't want to fucking be hearing this stupid fucking shit. And then, now what they tell you, they put gay people on there. And now they're telling you to be gay. And they said we were the monsters. You know what I mean? And they said that we should have felt guilty for being perverts. And they brought fucking stupid ass feminists and gay people. The most perverted people of all. Whores and fucking that are prostitutes, sexually objectifying themselves for money. And then fucking gay people who are the most perverted motherfuckers, who catch AIDS because they're gay and they still don't fucking stop. You know what I mean? Bruh. There's nothing more perverted than a fucking perverted man. Not even a fucking cum guzzling fucking bitch. Like Sasha Grey is now on fucking Twitch. Porn stars are let on that bitch now. Not actual gamers that were nerds, that were good kids. That they weren't perverted like these motherfuckers. And do you see the motherfucking media? Where are all the feminists at now? They say we're perverts. They fucking hang with the most perverted fucking people. You know what I mean? Which are gay people. Feminists hang with the most perverted people. And they call us perverted. They had fucking lost their mind. The only reason that we fucking that we let them is because we actually felt sorry. We actually thought, hey, they're victims. Which wasn't them. It was the devil that told them to fucking think like that. Who tricked us. Do you understand that? I mean, because that is how that's what they did in 2013 when they fucking infiltrated gaming. You know what I mean? and Twitch and PlayStation, Xbox, games, the gaming industry, the streaming industry, the tech industry. That's where they started pushing the fucking feministic propaganda. I mean, and Star Wars, movies, music, MTV, all this shit. And like I said, the only reason we tolerated this shit, even though we knew that they were full of shit, was because we actually felt sorry for them. Because we have a good heart. Can you blame us for having a good heart? I mean, but that's our weakness because we listen to them. Is the shit is the tell as old as Adam. We listen to Eve instead of listening to God. You know what I mean? And so that's why they fucking did what the fuck they did. You know what I mean? That's why they perverted the whole generation. You know what I mean? That's why you go on Twitch now, you'll see fucking bitches and porn stars fucking acting like they're little innocent kids. Playing video games to 12, 10-year-olds. Sasha Grey plays video games on Twitch, and they labeled her they gave her a feministic award, a woman award. We wouldn't even fucking do that shit to men. Like, I'm not part of Babylonia. I play video games and shit. I know that I have a lot. I have the Batman and shit. You know, a lot of logos and I'm pop culture references, and I know a lot of shit. But I'm not part of Babylonia. I'm not part of Hollywood. I don't look up to celebrities. I don't like them. I don't fucking like, you know what I'm saying? I don't look up to them. I mean, I think that Linkin Park is the greatest band ever, but you know what I mean? That's they just because they are. You know what I mean? But not because I look up to them. I never went to the concert. I mean, I would have gone to the concert, but you know, I don't look up to them, you know. I don't fucking think about that shit like that. I could meet them as a man and be like, "Yo, that's what's up." You know what I mean? Like I would definitely love to jam out with you guys. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna. You know, I don't think of them holier than me or greater than me. They're just more awesome. I mean, they're in a better part of life than me. But you know what I'm saying? I don't look up to people like that. I'm saying I don't think they're gods or anything. You know what I mean? Not like some people, right? And so I don't worship them or whatever. You know. But what I'm trying to say is like that you know, they're awesome, everybody's awesome, but except, you know, gay people and feminists and people that don't believe in God. Like I said, we didn't, so because we didn't put our foot down early, this is why they destroyed our shit. This is why they destroyed us. You have to understand, man, like this is what it like. I'm not playing with you, bro. They're never gonna tell you this shit because they're brainwashed. You know what I mean? They're never gonna tell you. You know, they don't even know who the fuck brainwashed them. You understand what I'm saying? They've been brainwashed since they were fucking kids. You know, like gay people and LGBTQ. That's why I thank God my mom protected me, bro. I thank God my mom told me about God and didn't let me do all this whole ass shit when I was a kid. I know that it looks like, oh man, I didn't get to do a lot of things like these little bitch ass niggas. These little you know kids that were doing a lot of things bad when they were kids and they bowl cut. You know, I look stupid in this fucking shirt. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But like, but she did it because she cared about me, and I can see that now. I grew up in the hood. I see a lot of bad things, man. I see people lose their entire. Well, I don't want to say that, but I seen people, um, you know, lose themselves a little bit on drugs, and you know, they don't really get far. They don't reach their full potential, or they're not reaching their full potential. You know what I mean? They're not doing what they want to do, and it's difficult. You know what I mean? I seen people go to jail because of doing bad things, stupid shit. You know what I mean? I've seen people get hurt because of stupid shit. You know, so I thank God that my mom taught me something, right? Even though I still have that rage, you know what I mean? I still have that, like, you know, I still, like, I still feel like fighting and stuff for what's right. You know, it's just that I direct it now towards the things that I should direct it at, the real bad people, which is, you know, again, I'll say, the Illuminati, the devil, feminists, the gay people. So, what we should do, right? So, what I was trying, like, when I see 18-year-old girls that are lesbians, and why are they gay? Like, what is wrong with being a lesbian? They're trained. You see, the thing that you gotta understand, you gotta be patient with people because these people need love. You know what I mean? At 18 years old, it's sad to see a girl. She's a lesbian and shit. It's sad because she's totally sexually exploited. I mean, she's told because they're like, they're being lied to, they're being manipulated. It's like when you see somebody who's going out with a toxic person. It's like you're making a mistake, but you're in love with that person. You know what I mean? And like you think you're in love with that person. You're fucked up. That's how the devil is. The devil's using them. You know, and unfortunately, the devil uses them to the point that a lot of people they enjoy their sin that right now. You know, but 10 years later, we'll see. It's not gonna be the same story. Unfortunately, I mean, you won't reach what you were meant to be. You know what I mean? You won't reach your full potential again. When you realize it, it's gonna be too late. You know what I mean? When you finally open your eyes, you're gonna realize it's gonna be too late. But like here, I'll tell you the truth though. If you're like a 17 or 16 or 18, the things that the only things that change between you, other than like knowledge, if you learn, you keep learning. Don't ever stop learning. By the way, you keep learning stuff. Um, Keep reading books. It's good for you, healthy. Stay healthy. Don't ever think that you're like an old man and shit. Keep learning and shit. Um, Neuroplasticity. Even if you're 40 or 50 or 60, keep learning. Some people say that you never really truly reach your arithmetic, peak until you're 60 years old. You really don't. You don't reach your arithmetic peak up here. All the formulation in your mind until you're 60 years old. I mean, so anyway, and you can perfect the craft until you're 60. You want to learn how to write cursive and how to I don't know what the word is, like typograph or something, like how the people that wrote the Declaration of Independence, they could really do it really good. Shit, you could perfect that shit. By the time you're fucking, I mean, people do that already, but you can learn fucking 12 languages until you're 65. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can just keep learning. Just when you learn, it's like when you're a kid. You're a sponge. You're soaking everything up. It's fun. Yeah, it's healthy. Right. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I'll tell you the truth. Again, maturity is what makes you, as well you get respect, right? So if you're a 17 or 18-year-old girl and you want to holler at me, that's weird because I don't like girls that like to holler at older guys. No, but I mean, I really I don't date girls that are dating because dating again is adultery. I only look to get married. You know what I mean? The only three people I'm friends with are friends in Christ. You know what I mean? Because all these other fucking hoe ass people, they look at friends a different way. And I guess like in a way it's like we're not even friends, we're acquaintances. I mean, and a church maybe. But if you had like if a girl would have been like, oh, I need a man to help me organize this event, like I'm trying to feed the homeless, I'm like, oh shit, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Do some community shit. I mean, or some shit like that. I mean, and strength in numbers. Or I'm learning this shit in career. I don't know when a girl would ever talk to me, but oh, I'm learning this career, or I got a job here and there and shit. I'm like, oh, cool, want to hang out? Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, but um, I try not to hang out with girls that are. Well, I try not to hang. I'm not looking for a girl that is looking for a guy. You know what I mean? She's looking for dick. You know what I mean? Like I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm not community dick. I'm not a rebound. I'm not a girl's, option or security, or fucking money bag or. I mean, I'm not the gold mountain that you want to dig. You know what I mean? I'm not the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm not your meal ticket. I'm not looking for a girl that's looking for dick. You know what I mean? Consistently. You know what I mean? Yeah, those qualifications. But the difference is that when you're 17, like when I was 17 and when I'm 28, there's not much difference between 17 and 27. There was a time that I wasn't gonna make it after 25. I thought I wasn't gonna live past 25, and then I got over that fear after 26, and then I grew a tolerance around 27. I increased the tolerance Well, first of all, at 26, I had that fear, like, holy shit, like I'm supposed to die. Like, how the fuck am I still alive? I mean, like, I started actually questioning. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? I mean, I've been through so much shit. Oh, what? And then I was scared. Shit, like, holy shit, like. Then you get used to it. Like I said, at 27, the only difference is that you get used to more pain constantly. When I mean pain, I don't mean like physical pain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, guys. I'm my bad. I didn't mean to say pain. You get used to more worries, more not worries, um, more danger, I guess. You know what I mean? Where you're constantly, when you were a kid, there was some type of danger, and then you felt alive, and you're like, oh damn, like now it's like when you're older, you constantly get used to looking out for so much danger that could happen. So many threats out there. Yeah, I mean that could happen and stuff. And you start, and that's where you start taking care of yourself, and you more than you did when you were a kid. You know what I mean? And you grow and you adapt to it. You grow to the danger. Like, oh, like things that used to freak you out, like what if a freaking meteor fucking strikes the earth? You know what I mean? Like, you know, there was a meteor that struck Africa. Recently, yesterday. You know what I mean? And we could have all died. Those things. I had like, wait a minute, fuck it. That's just you grow over it, you get over it. Like what if I get cancer? Man, I need to work out. Man, I don't want to get arrested. Ah, man, I should really like I shouldn't have fed these people. Or, like you start freaking out. Like, well, but real threats though. Like, I gotta pay my own bills. Gotta you know go to the doctor. I gotta take care of myself. Or I gotta watch out for all these threats in the city and the place I live in. And then real threats. Like whatever. I mean, whatever it is. I mean, you grow older. You just start getting used to it more. That's the main difference. I think that's the main difference. What you can handle when you're 18 versus what you can handle when you're 28. I mean, that's the only difference. I mean, but as far as the things that like you've been exposed to, shit, you're probably more perverted back then. I was probably worse when I was 18 because I knew all the shit already. I was sinning. I was actually practicing all these things. You know what I mean? I was endangering myself almost, and I was doing stupid. Putting myself in stupid situations. You know what I mean? I was way more reckless. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Those things, like I said. So when I say, that a person is more mature, maturity makes you a woman, not your age. You know what I mean? So if a woman's 18 and she knows, like she understands, she's wise, she listens to her mother, she understands what she wants, and she knows what she sees herself at, and she's adamant, or she cares about, let's just say she's like a woman who decides that she doesn't want to have sex until she's married. That woman is a strong girl. That girl is a strong woman. She's gonna be a strong woman because she's sticking to it. I mean, and a girl that can do that, right, is valuable, right? Like really valuable. And that's the 5% of women that can do that. Because 95% of women out there, they done fucked every they done had sex, like they don't already had a lot of sex. I mean, and they don't have sex with different guys, and they're not marriage material. They can't get married. You know what I mean? They gotta go, and in my faith, you gotta go before you even get married again. You gotta go. You gotta find God again first. You know what I mean? So that's the main point. When you're young and you're innocent, keep your purity. Don't lose your virginity. You're closer to God that when you're that way. That's the one thing they don't tell you, because the devil tries to make it seem that he doesn't exist. He tries to tell you that God doesn't exist. What they don't tell you is what happens when you're already close to God and then you decide to leave, right? They don't tell you what happens. They don't. That's what happened to me, because the y'all people, well, not y'all people, but the pagans, the atheists, the Illuminati, the women, feminists that were back then, that wasn't as big as now, as perverted, blatantly, as obnoxious or as rambunctious or as scandalous as they are today. They were they influenced me. They told me to be nice to them, not judge them, and so I tolerated them. I coexisted with them. At first, I used to abhor them, right? And again, it goes back to that thing like, don't put your foot, you gotta put your foot down and understand that these people are not good people. You know, yeah, but like I was a good kid. I wanted to get married. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to be president. I wanted to have a PhD. I wanted to go to Harvard. You know, like for real. But everybody, the pigs and the way things turned out. I grew up in this racist place. They said it was a pipe dream. People like me end up in jail. They said I was a. They said that I was uh, I was part of a terroristic drug selling syndicate. You know what I mean? A terrorist group, MS-13. That's what they said. That I was here selling drugs in the schools. Like I grew up here. You know what I mean? I've been here since I was in fucking kindergarten. You know what I mean? The fuck? And my parents are Catholic. You know, we're affluent people, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, we're the 1%, bitch. I mean, and I'm like, and I'm gonna be a fucking PhD, not a fucking loser pig. I'm gonna be great. Now this nigga said, no, you're a criminal. He said, you're a criminal. You need to give up your friends. Like, what friends? He's like, your criminal friends that we busted. Like, I'm like, aren't they your homies? And I said, I don't have homies. And like, oh, so they're your cousins. And now that I realize now, like, this nigga was being racist, nigga. He said that these criminals were my cousins, nigga. Oh, word, nigga? Shit. So crackers are your family too, nigga? I mean, like, don't you got? Okay, my bad. I'm my bad. I forgot that I got like white viewers and stuff. But like I said, I grew up in a racist area, and I was just a kid back then. Anyway, yikes. Anyway, what I was trying to say though is that you know, they don't tell you about when you fall away from God, right? And it's like, they try to tell you that having sex, it's good and it's fun and it's the best feeling in the world. No, it's not true. It's not true. It's overrated. Girls stink. Sex stinks. And then it's like, and then, afterwards, you're all fucking sweaty. You gotta take a shower. You gotta clean the fucking bed. You know what I mean? You gotta wash your ass. This girl is like, you don't want to touch her. You want get the fuck away from me. Shit. You want to be by yourself. You just want something. You're thirsty and shit. You're all fucking depleted. I mean, it's just like a roller coaster. I'm like, oh, you want to go again? Sure. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not all bad. I mean, but then after a while, then it comes the heartbreak, comes the cheating, comes the emotions, comes the regret. Oh, why the fuck did I get with this crazy ass bitch like you? Comes the suffering, comes the sin, comes the truth. I mean, and again, you become one person with this person, so you take their qualities. You remember their image is forever burned in your eye. You were this close to them. I mean, you were with them. You traded sales and bloods and sweats and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, God damn. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You were one person with this person. I mean, you were in the same proximity. I mean, your vibrations were creating one big sound. You know what I mean? Fucked up. It was beautiful, but it was fucked up because it ended. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh no. And so she also was making now she's making more music over there with somebody else playing a different tune. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? And then she's fucking up all your vibes. I mean, because you were so used to having her with your vibes, and now she's just, you know what I'm saying? Heartbreak sucks. And so it's like, so all that sucks. It's overrated. So like one thing is that they don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about soul ties. They don't tell you about going to hell. They don't tell you about the Satan influencing you into more sin. How when you say yes to sin, it opens and invites more sin. You doesn't say when you try to rebuke it how the demons get stronger. And bring back more demons. Once you allow a demon inside your house and you try to kick it out, it comes back with 7 more demons more powerful than it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and they don't tell you how to fight it off. They don't tell you how to do nothing. These people tell you that, oh, just don't think about it. Just tell yourself that God doesn't even exist. Just don't fight it. Don't resist. You know, that's what they tell you. It's sad. It is sad because these kids actually believe that. You actually believe God doesn't exist. And they don't teach you how to war off curses or demons that are, influencing your life, telling you stuff. They don't tell you all the curses that, it's crazy. And you don't even see it manifesting in the people. The demons, the people that are telling you the shit. I mean, that are also cursing you, and they're the ones that are giving the demons room to live on this plane. They're the ones affecting you. And like that's impossible, Elmer. One demon can affect 100 people. Oh really? Aren't all these bitches the same type of bitch? Didn't Jezebel, affect all these goddamn chickens? Of course they can, man. Of course demons can fucking possess more than one's people. Like, it can influence sin. It can influence a group of people. I mean, that like Jezebel affected all these girls. They all lost their mind. They all cheated. They all are at the clubs. They all had hot girl summers. They all cheated. They all fucking lied to their boyfriends. They all did the same shit. They're all the fucking same. That's why because when that spirit takes hold of them, makes them do the same fucking sin, which is adultery, cheating, manipulating, victimizing. That's Satan. Satan is the one that victimizes. These girls, the Me Too movement, satanic. That is Satan written all over it. The Satan, right? You know what I mean? And I guess it's because he says he wants you to like, he's like you're a victim, and then he wants you to hate God so that you go with him, and he goes to hell. Him and all the demons go to hell, and so he wants you to be mad at life, and mad at the person the creator of life, so he wants you to not go to him, not go to God, right? Because he wants to destroy you. Satan does. Satan wants to act like he's your friend. He wants to destroy you. He wants you to die because you don't mean shit to him. All you are is in the way. You understand what I'm saying? Not, look, when you really get down to it, right? God loves you. God loves all of us. But the devil wants us to fall away. And just like this guy said, oh, doesn't the Bible talk about the great fall away? You call it whatever you want, man. At the end of the day, what I'm saying, you think a man is a woman and a woman's a man. At the end of the day, you think you're an animal, a soulless one, and that killing babies is okay, but you don't want nobody to kill you. It's funny because like they say in the Bible, this is what the devil makes him think, right? The girl she was 18, a lesbian. She's like, why is being a lesbian wrong? Oh, and the reason, like I said, the reason that like when you hear these people say that they're victims and like you're a homophobe, I'm like, just remember this, that they're saying that because that's how they tell kids that they're victims. That's how they influencing. You see, that's the influencing right there. They always trying to paint this picture of you that you're attacking them for some reason. Because they want you to lose your cool. They want you to lose your patience, and you got to remain cool with God and understand, not lose your cool and not play their games. But you got to understand that you got to stay firm in your belief, right? And understand that they're going to try all these things. This is what demons do. They try to make you walk into these situations where they look like the victim. And like, so the girl was talking about something like, oh, doesn't the Bible say that there was some man picking sticks and that they stoned him, because of whatever. And I'm like, it's very funny that she brings that up, right? But like, you know what the Bible, like, she was trying to say that she was being blasphemous about God, being completely blasphemous, man. And it's crazy because the, she's talking about the main God. She's not even talking about Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? So she's being completely blasphemous, you know, and that's it. That's the worst thing you can do. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do. And it's like, bro, you have no idea. You know what I mean? You have no idea what it's really saying to you, bro. You have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, when you say when they said that God created in 6 days, do you believe that it took literally 6 days? I would ask that question to her because what they don't understand, right? Is um, the way it's worded. You know, they want to be too logical and that they're being logical. Sure, yeah, you're being logical. You're not being spiritual. I mean, you're not understanding it. You're not grasping it, the concept of it. You're not being spiritual. You're not working that part of your brain. You're not working that part of your heart. I mean, you're working the same type of reasoning skills you do in school. I mean, that's bullshit. Your stupid education and you know what I mean, programming. You know what I mean, that's what you're using. That's the same type of brain you're using, and that's the brain that most young kids are used to, right? So that's why they're not used to being like Buddhists. You know, Buddhists, you know, they heal themselves and they do things that they, you know, different parts of the world, people live different ways and they activate different parts of their body, you know, and so like with different energies, different vibrations, different frequencies, different reality. You know what I mean? And so, you know, like I said, a lot of people use their scientific method, you know, ways of thinking and their educational programming and stuff like this, but they're missing the point. They're not thinking about it spiritually. They're not meditating on the precepts. They're not letting the Holy Spirit, you know, do and God in their life like that, you know. They're not even giving it a chance. And so again, it all comes they say the same old arguments. It's always in the Bible. You know, we know these people. These are the evil, perverse generation. The gays and the gays and the feminists are the evil, perverse generation. It's funny how she brings that up because it's like, oh, it's cherry picking. Somebody gave her a list of all the things to say to a Christian that makes them hate Christianity. She doesn't know anything about it. I mean, but she's being totally blasphemous, you know, and that's just, it's bad because that's like you hate Christianity for what? You know what I mean? Because you think they're the bad guys. You're being influenced by the gay people. You know what I mean, you know, you're being influenced by them. You know what I mean, like a criminologist once said, right? A criminologist with a degree, whatever. It's criminology. It says that crime, right, can have an effect on the people where when introduced to crime, you abhor it. You're like, oh, I hate crime. You know, I don't like crime. I mean, like, I'm not a criminal. I'll never do, and I don't steal. You know, those criminals. I mean, get them away from me. Where's the police at? I mean, you know, there's a terror of the streets. But what happens is, if you stick good people that are not criminals into the hood, or you put them in a place where they grow up and all they see is crime, and let's just say you put an environment and that same person that abhors crime, that rejects crime, or doesn't want to be near crime, sees crime everywhere that there are around them, then they start, you know, slowly but surely they start, you know, learning that hey, like hey, you need to get us out of here. Like let's just take the black community. Hey, get us out the hood. You know, what the fuck? No, we're not gonna get you out the hood. You know what I mean? You gotta live next to those felons, next to those drug dealers, next to those criminals, gangsters. You know, like, oh, you be red district lined, all of you. You have the same shade. You have the same color of shade. You know, we're in prisons. Your shade determines how much rights you have. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, oh, so it's just your color, your shade, not the person that you are. Okay, you know, we're gonna leave you there. We're stuck here, guys. I mean, there's criminals everywhere. Let's learn how to survive. You know, coexist. So the crime element, now you learn how to coexist with it. You know? You learn how to coexist with it. You learn that, you know, that you can't really judge these people because you got to see these people around. You know what I mean? You understand how to avoid certain situations. You got to learn how to turn away and how to, you know, mind your business and be quiet and not, you know what I mean, not draw attention to yourself. You got to learn how to coexist with the crime. You know what I mean? They go down around, survive. I mean, you gotta learn to, give it up. So you get robbed. Remember, look down and give them your wallet. I mean, don't look back. Don't look back. Just give them your wallet. You know, don't make eye contact. Right? And you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to not walk in the street at night. You gotta learn these things. I mean, and then you gotta learn how to survive in the hood. And then the crime and like you started coexisting. Well, the criminologist says that eventually, when you stay in that place, when you're coexisting with the crime element, eventually the crime will start influencing you and desensitizing you to the point that you will commit a crime. You know what I mean? And that you will be used to it, that you will not abhor it, because you will be desensitized. You know what I mean? So you will be influenced by it. And that's what happens with crime. But I say that happens the same thing with sin, with perversion, with feminists, and with gay people. And that is what's happened. You know what I mean? You abhorred it when they came out. We abhorred it. They guilt tripped us into coexisting with them. And now it is directly influencing the generations. You know what I mean? Just like crime. So this goes against the idea that gay people say, where they say that Christians influence their kids when those kids belong to Christian parents and they don't have kids and they're trying to introduce their lifestyle to the kids that don't even belong to them. I mean, and they're trying to directly influence the kids to be gay instead of what they claim to say, that they're influenced, that the kids are being influenced to be straight. Oh, what? They came from straight parents. You wouldn't be born. But again, this is a joke to demons because they want us to sound this stupid, like to actually fucking have this type of argument. You understand what I'm saying? But it makes absolutely no sense. But I will tell you that what's happening is that these girls that are lesbians, these kids they're being influenced directly by gay people and by feminists. That's why they're whores. They learned from other whores. That's why they're gay, because gay people told them to be gay. And they made them paint Christians in a bad light, and they made us seem like we're the bad guys. That's the worst part of it. That's the icing on the cake, the fucking shit cake that they gave us. You know what I mean? Is that it's like, I feel like a parent, you know what I mean, that loves their kid, but then the kid fucking says that I'm the bad guy because they love her so much, love them so much, And I imagine how God feels. That's probably something like how God feels. Like, that, you think that the devil's your friend and you think I'm the bad guy. I mean, what I mean? It's really terrible. You know what I mean? Or something along those lines, But I'm really trying to tell them, like, you have to understand that, like, they don't want to help us. I mean, they don't want to help us. There's no good and bad. The only thing good is God. I mean, what there is, though, are secret societies trying to control us in this country. You know what I mean? What there is this elitist, group oppressing us. Sure, there's corruption. They are international banks that have enslaved us and have taken Lady Liberty, raised her skirt. Well, they're eyeing Lady Liberty under $35 trillion worth of towers built around her. I mean, ready to lift her fucking skirt up and rape her. You know what I mean? But that's just what we are looking at right now. That's the state of things. Where's the liberty, guys? Where's our rights? Where's our freedom? Right? Where's the patriotism? Where's the Constitution? Where's George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin? Voices influencing us, guys. Y'all listen to Jerome Powell. Y'all listen to the feds. Y'all listen to the CEOs of companies. Y'all listen to corporate greed. Y'all become corporate greed. Y'all become people who rip off old people out of their homes. I mean, y'all become whores who kill their babies and leave for money. Y'all become men who only care about money and sex. You know what I mean? Y'all become supporters of pigs that kill kids and put torture cuffs on people and drag them to beat them up, put them in the back of the paddy wagon and drag them off to the dungeons. Y'all support human rights violations. Y'all support the stomping all over the Constitution. And then y'all try to virtue sign and say, oh, those kids needed a good beating anyway. Who raised those rude kids? Says the pig supporters. Says the fake U.S. citizen and corporate stock. Says the corporate slave. I mean, man, look, I was a kid once, bro. I'm gonna stand up for what I'm telling you the truth, bro. I'm telling you what the fuck I've seen in life, bro. Y'all are all brainwashed. So they train these people not to believe in God, so that they don't go to God to help them, because they don't teach you how to fight them off. I mean, and that's what's cruel. That's what I won't stand for, is that y'all, America, ignorant pigs, y'all. Okay, first of all, y'all allowed the Illuminati to take over this country. You know, I should kick your ass for that. You know what I mean? The fact that you support fucking your constitutional rights being violated, the fact that you support U.S. citizens getting kicked by pigs that don't even represent our rights, the fact that y'all still have the fucking courts kicking our ass while there hasn't been a good time or stability in this country for decades, that we've been at war and shit. The fact that y'all don't care about the millions that are homeless or that have died off of drugs, then y'all just toss to the side. I mean, the fact that you don't have free healthcare or a good education system or a good infrastructure, and the fact that y'all been waging war, y'all have allowed your taxpayer dollars to wage war for the Illuminati to take fucking control and print money so y'all could go to war all across the nation and kill millions of people. You know what I mean? While you say that I'm the problem, and you talk shit, and you're a fucking pig supporter. You know what I mean? Well, you're not even a fucking real American, a real U.S. citizen. You know, that's what they wanna. That's what they wanna. That's what they wanna say, bruh. Cause they fucking pigs. They're ignorant pigs, and their kids are enslaved. I mean, so, and then they're allowing these kids. Look, they don't give a fuck about kids. Like I said, that girl. She said, oh, your Bible, right? Your Christian Bible. Look, and I'm not. Look, dude, I had a little argument with a Jehovah Witness today. And even my cousin, but I told him, you need to come to the church. He's like, no, I've been there, done that, didn't help me. I'm like, you need to come to the church. You know what I mean? And he doesn't listen. He doesn't believe in it. So I'm like, okay, but I'm still gonna tell you, just like I'm gonna tell all my viewers, go seek penance, go seek redemption. This is the year to get with our Lord. Jesus Christ is calling all of us to remind us what he reminded the Pharisees, right? Redemption is what you need. Ben Shapiro never got that message. A lot of Jewish people didn't get that message. But again, the message of redemption, that you need him for your salvation. You have lost touch of what y'all have lost meaning of what God told his people, the 10 Commandments and stuff like this. But these people are clueless. They don't really understand. They don't really understand, because that girl brought up with the sticks, and I'm a little unfamiliar with that story, to be honest with you. Like I'm a little unfamiliar with that story. I forget what context it was, or what it was, but they cherry pick, and if he was picking sticks in the woods and he got killed because he was picking sticks in the woods, then either the woods must have been tainted, must have been evil. It was a Sabbath day. That means that he needed to obey and pay respect to God, and it showed disobedience. It's a bad example to follow, and you know, you have to remember that these are the days that revolts or people's ideas would get carried away. They would start disobeying. They would go downhill pretty quick and delve back into, you know, they were free. They were brand new slaves. So if they made it a, you know, they were trying to keep the Lord. The Lord told them, don't ever forget it. And I'm the ones that freed you. So if anybody disobeyed, they would make it a tradition to disobey. That's probably why they had to kill him. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little unfamiliar with that story, but I can imagine a few reasons as to why it would need to happen. Because first, why the heck is he? You know, why the heck wasn't he? You have to understand the times and the people, right? These people were people who followed the commandments to the T. And you want to say what gives them the right to kill one of their own for disobeying their law? And I'm like, you think that's barbaric? Because you know, gangs do the same thing. Soldiers do the same thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people do the same thing. Oh yeah, you want to get off base? You know, you wanna run away from the battlefield? You get shot. Your own fucking soldier, your own teammate can shoot you. You know what I mean? For abandoning your post. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm serious. And like these people want to talk about this shit, right? Gangs will kill you for some other shit, but like they're immoral, so we're not talking about them. You know, what I'm talking about is that you don't understand the reality of the world. You know what I mean? Like you don't understand shit. You don't understand about order and shit. That you need to fucking control people. You don't understand that. You understand that these people needed to survive as brand new slaves. You know what I mean? You don't understand what the fuck that means. You know what I mean? You want to talk about morality, and again, it's this lesbian girl. Like you kill babies, bro. You kill your babies in your own womb, right? You want to talk about morality. What do you care about a grown man getting stoned? You don't care about a fetus that grows inside of a woman. What the fuck do you give a fuck about a grown man? I mean, what the fuck is stopping us from killing each other right now? When you fucking bitches kill fetuses in your womb. What the fuck do you care about a grown motherfucking man? You know what I mean? Stop trying to fucking act like you know what the fuck you talking about. Y'all know shit. In the words of Mother Teresa. You know what I mean?